What is up, Team Happy and Fit? Happy Tuesday. It is our team call night, and I'm so excited because my brother is here talking to us about email and how to get more subscribers to our emails. So here's the deal. If you're a new coach, welcome. Just take everything in and take notes and just know that there's a vision for this business that's beyond needing just Facebook and Instagram, that you're building a real business, and our goal with you is to help you build strong businesses. And so we talk about things that maybe you're not ready for yet, but just know that we, one, record, so these calls are there for resources, and two, as you're going as a coach, I really think coaching is so simple. This is how simple it is. You walk the walk, you share your journey, and you connect to other people and make them feel empowered. Like, you make them feel something, right? And I just feel like that's what we do. And if you do it every single day, your business is going to grow. But as you're growing your business, you might want to create tools, resources, systems to help you work smarter and not harder. And that's what these training sessions are all about. So I'm going to give it over to my brother. I'm so excited you're here. Thanks, T, for hopping on our team call.
So sorry, I was talking and I'm muted. Good to see everybody again. It's good to see some new faces here. I hope you guys really enjoy this. As Julianne mentioned, this is kind of a side, to more to the business side of things, of how to market yourself and market, really anything. So hopefully you enjoy. All right, let me go ahead and get started and share my screen, and let's get it going. All right, see my screen? There we are. Okay, so this is Marketing 202. This is the second part of the email series. This is part 6 of 12. We talk monthly about marketing questions and maybe talk about some topics that you guys can relate to. Hold on a second. Here we go. Okay, so today's agenda, we're going to give a little quick introduction and overview of what we're doing here today with talking about emails. I'm going to get into a little bit more of what we talked about the last time, where we talked about some of the examples of types of emails, newsletters, standalone emails, lead nurturing emails, transactional emails, milestone emails, all about emails today. So, just try to kind of think about the different ways that you can use these, that you can use all of them, a few of them, but these are just another ways to communicate to your audience, reach your potential customers, and new people that, you want to join your team or join your business. We'll wrap it up with a conclusion and overview, and then any questions and answers that you have. So with that said, let's move on. All right, a little bit about me. I've been doing this for a while. If you want to be friends on LinkedIn, I go by Thomas professionally, but you guys know me as TJ, so it's enough about me. Adios. All right, so let's get into it. All right. First topic today is newsletters, right? These are regularly scheduled, rarely missed. Now, when I'm saying newsletters, I don't want you guys to think of your, high school newsletter or, your church newsletter or some sort of, hey, this is what's going on in the community. When we talk about newsletters, we're talking about, it could be daily, it could be weekly, it could be monthly, it could be anything. Really what it is, it's, that newspaper style. It comes out on a regular basis, and you're able to, build a rhythm with it. So, right, still getting used to this switching back and forth thing. Here we go. So, all right, so here's some types of content that might be relevant to you guys, right? So if you guys are reading the industry, you guys are looking for help tips, you guys are looking for recipes, you guys are, maybe it's a motivational article, those kind of type of content on your just everyday doings. That could be a newsletter. You could do that once a month, where here's just a recap of, stuff that might be helpful. So, that's a good content idea. Team updates. If you're building a team and you have people joining your team, a monthly newsletter, if you will, a monthly note that says, hey, I'd like to get a shout out. This is somebody that's really, gone above and beyond. Sharing a story. You can share your story. You can team up with a guest writer. If you have somebody on your team, or maybe it's a friend or a colleague or somebody like that that really, really enjoys writing, lean on them a little bit. That could be content to help fulfill, that kind of that period of, every month or so of looking for content. So, this example, you could actually combine these three and use them, throughout your year. So you could do, every 2 months, you can do a couple articles, and every third month you do a motivational story, and every fourth month give a team update how everybody's doing. So this is an example of how they're regularly scheduled. You rarely miss them, and you don't have to use this content that is really just all about, what you might traditionally think of an email newsletter, right? Okay, when to use this? It's about building a rhythm. It's about planning ahead. It's about thinking of what your content is going to kind of be themed about. Again, these are regularly scheduled and they're rarely missed. So, you want to think of what that content is going to be. So again, if you took our three above examples of motivational quotes or your team updates and this, that is a perfect plan ahead. That every month you're going to be doing some sort of one of these topics, and give yourself enough time to get into it. This is more of a long-term relationship. This is communications with your audience to people that subscribe or want to hear from you. This is something that you're going to want to look at those open rates. You're going to want to just think of the big picture. Are people getting it? Are they into it? Are they not? That's going to be a really good tell for you. Opportunities to subscribe. This is exclusive content. This is content that only comes from you. This is, it's your narrative. So, when you're writing a post on social media, on Facebook or Instagram or, elsewhere, LinkedIn, you're competing against, a whole feed. You're competing against alerts. You're competing against pop-ups and chat windows and games and all these different things. When it comes to email, there's a really unique opportunity that, yes, they have an inbox and there's other emails that you're competing against, but once they open it, you have their attention. So it's a really great opportunity. So if you have content or you have insight or you feel like you're providing, again, those examples of motivational articles or, sharing stories or whatever it is that you fill up your newsletter, it's a really good opportunity to speak one-on-one with an audience. It's almost, I would compare it to like a text message. You're able to really just, drill right into and speak directly to them. So something to kind of think about when you're thinking about newsletters, or you're thinking about content for your email. Just this is one way to go about it. Okay. All right. Standalone emails, right? These are meaningful. These have big impact. Okay. So some examples of these might be a special offer or an exclusive deal. Maybe that's an important announcement, or it's a holiday or a seasonal theme. It's springtime. Winter's around the corner. Make sure you're eating healthy for the holidays. These are emails that kind of serve a single purpose. And you're really trying to either get them to engage or have some sort of action being taken. So that's kind of that special offer, exclusive deal mentality. When to use this, timely topics. Again, seasonal is great. Okay, so maybe it's an email that goes, at the beginning of spring or summer or back to school, or maybe tips for working moms, or these kind of different things. They're just timely topics that might be relevant to everyday life. These are more of a quick relationship, so you're looking for those clicks. Like it's really nice that they open them, but you're sending these because you want them to do something or take an action or take that next step. So opportunities to subscribe are call to actions, aka act now, join today. It might be just, whatever it is to get them to get in there and stay connected. So this is a great way to, if there's updates or those announcements or anything with the team or anything like that, go ahead and subscribe to this and you'll make sure you get those announcements and so on. So again, you can use this separate from the newsletter mentality that we just kind of talked about, of kind of having regular scheduled emails that go throughout the year or month or however time period you want. And here's standalones, and you can absolutely use them together. So it's not just one or the other, but just think about how your audience interacts and, you know, if they like the amount of traffic. So just another way to think about it. Okay. Next, we got lead nurturing. And this is probably one of the more important topics to discuss today, specifically because it does relate to that kind of business, you know, taking that 30,000 foot view and looking back at like what you're growing, what you're doing. When it comes to emails, lead nurturing is the number one method for, you know, how to onboard somebody. You know, you do it through, you know, maybe your social media. If somebody joins your Facebook group, you're welcoming them, or you give them some tips, or, you know, these are where things are at. You know, that's all part of that lead nurturing mentality, that you're getting a first impression and you're taking those next steps with them. So something to keep in mind as we're talking about this is using a schedule and creating funnels. And we're going to kind of talk about that a little bit in depth as we get through this. So here's some types of content for this. Okay. So lead nurturing, it starts with an initial email. Okay. So somebody might, let's say they downloaded a PDF, or they're interested in joining your team, or some sort of conversion action that somebody has taken that now you're able to, it could just be signing up for your newsletter. Okay. These two apply to all this stuff. So let's take the newsletter example, because we've already talked about it, right? If somebody signs up for your newsletter, you send them a welcome email that says, you know, confirming, hey, thank you for signing up. I hope you enjoy this. I'm not going to email you too often, or whatever it is. And if you have any questions, give me a shout, and yada, yada, yada. Okay. Maybe 2 days later, you follow up. If they open the email, you want to encourage them, you know, so now you have a funnel system where the first email automatically goes, you have a schedule to trigger when somebody signs up, send out the welcome email, and you look into doing a follow-up email that says 2 days later, if they opened up that email, I want to send them an encouragement email that says, hey, you're doing great. You know, I look forward to hearing from you. Make sure you check in with our Facebook group if you haven't already, or so on. If they didn't open up that welcome confirmation email, maybe it was just the time of day, they were busy, they missed it, whatever it may be. So 2 days later, you want to send a checkup email. So now you can kind of see how the funnel starts to kind of go two different ways. Now let's take it even one step further. Maybe they didn't open up the welcome email, they didn't open up the encourage email, or the checkup email, and it's been 4 days, and you want to give them a last chance email. You know, I want to make sure I'm not wasting your time. I want to make sure that you know, you're good to go, that you have everything. Don't be thirsty, you know, and keep moving on. And so that's what I mean by lead nurturing, is that you're getting somebody to come into the funnel. They're interacting with you. They signed up for your newsletter. They signed up for, you know, whatever it is that you're offering. And now you want to engage with them. You want to confirm, and then you want to take those next steps in a reasonable way, but let the system work for you. So that might have been a little bit elaborate. I think I see some chat notifications kind of popping up. So I look forward to seeing what those are in a minute. So when to use these? Again, this is the best method for onboarding. You know, so when you're getting somebody to come in, you know, try to automate these actions, so that way you're not wasting your time, and that you don't forget about these people. You know, if you get people that are interested in this, you can really, really spend a lot of time trying to chase them, trying to find them, trying to get them to respond, or trying to, you know, do all these things. Use email to your benefit in support of the other actions that you're doing. You know, it's a casual way that just kind of just says, hey, I'm here, and we're just taking these next steps as we go. So again, first impressions are very important. And as you go through this, you know, just keep an eye on those opens. Click rates are really, really cool too, but you want to make sure that it's being delivered, that they're getting it, and that they're opening it. That's the first step. All right. Opportunities to subscribe for this. You know, they join the team. And again, a successful conversion. You know, you have a recipe that you've really worked on, and it fits in with you know, your diet network, and it's, you know, and it makes sense, and it's really cool. And you want to offer it for somebody to say, hey, you know, if you sign up for my newsletter, I'll give you this free recipe PDF, or vice versa. You know, download this and I'm going to automatically sign you up. Whatever it is, when somebody converts and they take that next action, this is how you onboard them and begin to kind of think of, you know, their level of commitment and what they're doing next. Okay. All right. Deep breath. All right. So next is the transactional, right? So this is probably the most common one that you can probably think of. that you get all the time. These are official and professional. They're timely. I mean, these are your receipts. These are confirmations. Maybe, things that might apply to you and your business. Beachbody really kind of takes care of and Shakeology, they really take care of the automated process when it comes to purchasing. So that's not something that you're really necessarily involved with. Feedback, you definitely are. Hey, you've signed up. I saw that you made your first purchase. This is great. I want to send an email to them, and I don't want to send them a Facebook message. I don't want to send them a text. Maybe it's an email that goes to a survey. How are things going? Are there items that you wish you had? Are there things that you need? So you can use email to help support, again, those other efforts that you're doing. So feedback and follow-ups are very, very good. Important notifications. If there's a renewal coming up, if there's a like a deadline, or something that might be X amount of days to whatever. It might be these are important notifications. So again, as long as it just falls in the umbrella of being official and professional, and be considerate of when you're sending it and for what. You're not just sending it because you're trying to market and spam. That's really where it falls under the transactional. So again, when to use these. This is great for organization and record keeping. So part of your business and just, again, communicating these items. Think of it as an official communication. Again, you just want to make sure they're receiving it and that they're opening it. All right, so opportunities to subscribe here. It might be, I need more information about my account, or I just want to stay in touch. And again, it might be a successful conversion, like they purchased something and, an additional email is very helpful to confirm that or follow up from that. So transactional is pretty common. Everybody, I think, kind of has a good idea and grasp of what that one is. All right, milestones. Now, this one has a lot of potential, especially in your guys' realm. Your business is really built on you, the individual, but who you surround yourself with and your network and how you guys work together and encourage one another and really try to be the best that you can be and live your best life. Well, milestones are a perfect example of how to use email when keeping it informative and relevant. Okay. So examples, all right. Birthdays, anniversaries, achievements. It might be, man, you've been on my team for 30 days. Congratulations. I'm excited to have you here. Here's your 6-month mark. Here's your year, or whatever it is, these achievements you've done, talking to you. Again, I'm talking to somebody on my team. You've done a workout 4 days out of every week for the last 8 weeks. Set that bar wherever you want, whatever those achievements are, and you're challenging your team or you're challenging yourself or somebody's challenging themselves or whatever these milestones are. They're a great opportunity to send an email and kind of make that official. It's not the Facebook, hey, happy birthday, have a great day, next, comment and move. It's here, I'll get into when to use these. You want to personalize these. You want to keep them simple. You want to make them informative. You want to make it relevant. You want them to feel like, okay, hey, it's not just a generic email. It's a great opportunity to do this. Many mail programs, we talked about MailChimp in the previous lesson. There's they all work for free, and you can import that data. So when you sign somebody up and you're using those forms, you can get it to where whenever their birthday is, if they want to receive an email that's a birthday, and you can make it, just let that stuff go. So anniversaries are a great example too. So really where the potential is, where I was mentioning, was those achievements, those things that are unlocked that they've done like really, really well. Opportunity to subscribe, track your progress and your results. So, sign up for my emails because I'm going to be in touch with you every week. I'm going to send you updates to this. I want to, make sure that I share with you your progress and any results or any feedback that I have on that. Just go ahead and subscribe, and that would be great. These are low frequency communications. These aren't something, again, a birthday is every year. Anniversary is every year. These achievements, these achievements should be what it says. It's a milestone. These are big ones. So you don't want to be sending one for every day, hey, you logged into Facebook, congrats. Like the bad example of wasting your time and using email for that. But hey, you've been a moderator for a year on my Facebook group and really helped out and really given advice and doing this stuff. That's a great way to use email and communicate to people in your team for this. So, I'm hoping that, So I'm hoping that this, makes sense when we think of email, we think of it comes in my inbox and it's white noise. It's white noise. But when you think about, I have a message that I really want to communicate to you, right? Not to my whole Facebook friends, not everybody else, not all this, but specifically to you. Email, like, again, think of it like a text message. It's a great way to just reach them and offer that exclusive content. So if you have insights or tips or just, again, daily motivations or things that you just want to maybe make a little bit more exclusive, email is a perfect way to say, hey, subscribe to this, and you'll get these, this information and these affirmations that come with it. So that kind of wraps up. I flew through this one because email's a little bit.
No, it's so good because I think we overcomplicate it. So here are a couple things that I use this for. So if you're starting off and you want to build relationships with people, or even now, you guys, I remember on Facebook, I said, hey, I'm going to do a weekly encouraging email. If you want to get a weekly email from me and it's all about, living healthier and happier or whatever, let me know your email. I built my email list like that. If you I'll post a recipe. Hey, comment or message me your email. I'll send you the recipe. So these are ways that I've built my email list. Also, for anyone who's been converted through Instagram and Facebook, whatever social media platform, is that you get their email when you're building their share cart. Send them a welcome email when they sign up. And then if you think about it, it's not just for new people or potential people. Your email list can be for your current people or past people, right? And so I've had so much retention or people who come back because I have an email list. So for example, for people who've bought a challenge pack from me, I'm going to go let them know about Morning Meltdown 100. I'm going to let them know about our sneak peek. I'm going to let them know I have a group going on. So do you see all the different avenues and ways that you can build an email list? A freebie, right? If you'd like to get a weekly recipe from me, let me know your email. So it doesn't have to be just for whatever. And then you're building relationships through that. So good. I think the biggest thing that stuck out to me was, one, I loved the welcome, confirmation, 2-day encouragement, and then 4-day success. Because I think what I do is like a follow-up. I send them the information and then I follow up once. But I like that sequence of like 2-day encouragement. Like that's really, really good. I think because I go right into 2-day follow-up, are you joining me or not? But I really, really like that idea. And then adding freaking value. Like standalone announcements, special offers. So good.
So listening to you talk, and it reminds me of some of the conversations that we've had months ago. When I think one of my biggest annoyances with what you do with your business, and I know this is putting it out there, it blows my mind how organized you are with the email system that you have, right? That it really impressed me because I'm always used Constant Contact, MailChimp, all these programs that you're able to, do these things that we're talking about, when you're nurturing a lead or you're, onboarding somebody and you're following up with them and these triggers of opens versus closes. And Julianne, you have this whole system of, when they come in and what they do and how they do it. So if anybody is out there that is like, well, I only have a Gmail or a Yahoo address or something like that. I don't have, my website yet. I don't have this email address that I can really, communicate from. You can still do your homework and still gather the email addresses and still build your list and build people that are interested in. And you can still function and communicate to them on a probably a lot less basis, more one-to-one, targeting, but you can still operate in a way that's doing this. And Julianne, you really, like I said, it really makes my head kind of, I don't get it, but you do a really good job. So.
Hey, that's a compliment because I'm a caveman. We laugh about it. I do things such old school, and my brother's like, Julianne, we can make this so much more effective and faster.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I mean, let's see here real quick before I bounce out of here, because I know you guys got a jam-packed day today, and nobody likes talking about email. All right, let's see.
We do. Email, I think, is the best way to build a business because I think people, it goes right into their inbox. They're more likely to see that than a Facebook post. And so many coaches lose prospects because of Messenger and DM and do not collect their emails. Correct. Always freaking collect an email so you never lose your potential clients.
A lot of people will think of investing money into stocks. And the number one rule when doing that, or any investment really with anything, is to diversify, is to have different, not all your eggs in one basket. These are the old adages that we've all been told. And it goes the same for the way that you market and you do this. So, there is nothing wrong. You should be absolutely, trying to get those leads and trying to do those through your social media or through your messenger. But you shouldn't make that your only way, or you're, the one that's 90% tilted that way. I think it was maybe Thursday, Wednesday of last week, Instagram went down. And, as these platforms, Facebook goes down, it happens a lot more than we probably think. And just having multiple avenues and having your customer base and just having, again, their account information and just having that part of, your arsenal is really, really important. So, I just wanted to kind of, remind everybody of that. Next session for this is July 16th. We're hitting part 2 of the social media stuff. I think that was probably my favorite in the first round of these. We talked about all the different social media and exactly what we're talking about here if Instagram goes down and how they all work together and all this. So we'll be looking at how to attract people to your, to get more followers, how to actively get out there and engage with them. And what that all means. So I'm really excited for that one as well.
Yay! And that's going to be, they're sending off to Summit that very next day. And so that's going to be an awesome way to grow.
You know what? I might make it. So what is Summit? I'm sorry.
Oh, it's our biggest thing. No, it's fine. Everyone's Tuesday. Most people aren't going. Some people will go, but hey, you guys, I've plugged into Zooms in airports, in the car, in hotels. Don't even get me started on where I've done Zooms, probably in the most awkward places. But I make it work. It's going to work. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, no, that's cool. Cause, so it's a networking type thing. Everybody's going to be together.
Yeah. It's 25,000 people.
Holy cow. Well then, yeah, you're not going to want to miss this. I know you might be packing late and you might be, okay. I'm sorry. Kim's reminding me.
It's only the biggest event ever.
Gosh. Well, what better way to walk in there and be on the prowl of how to connect with people more than just getting their Instagram, more than just doing the LinkedIn, and more doing this, and really, capitalizing on being around everybody like that. So please, I know you guys might be packing the night before or anything like that, and this is, July 16th. So I really do appreciate if you guys joined and we could talk about this because it's going to be really helpful. So.
And then lastly, who thinks my brother should sign up as a coach? Yep. All of us. I always say for placement, you need to get placement. Anyway, T, love you and talk to you soon, my brother.
Yeah, hey, US plays in 30 minutes. So.
Hey, perfect timing. And no one cares about soccer on this team. And if they do, they're not my tribe. I love you. Bye. Bye, hello, you guys. Go USA. Who's a soccer fan here? Oh my goodness. Isn't Summit the 11th to the 14th? Oh, then yes. It's not. Then I don't know. I'm just having a baby in July, so I don't know what's going on. I know it's around that time. Turner, it's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway. Hello. Okay. So this last portion is all about building your income. Who is down for that? And I am so excited. This is just starting the conversation. This is not a final destination. I want you to write this down, is that I can build a six-figure business without challenge packs. I can build a six-figure business without hitting Success Club 1,000,000. I need you to know this. I do think that Success Club, I do think challenge packs are the best deal for someone, but that someone may not be ready for a challenge pack. So this is going to be kind of wild to talk about this because it's not necessarily what is highlighted in Beachbody Corporate. Beachbody Corporate is all about Success Club Legends, All-Stars. I am one. I've hit Success Club 60 months in a row. I just hit it my 60th month in a row, you guys. I do think it's an important metric. I do think if someone is coming to me and there's a total solution, it's Shakeology and BOD. Like, I truly feel like that is the best value. However, I'm going to go with this, and this is what I want you to hear me on, is that it's not challenge packs all or nothing. And I think that's where we've gotten stuck is, oh, I can't help anyone with the challenge pack, so I'm not going to help anyone at all. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to write down, start someone with something. Write it down. Start someone with something. Because if you're talking to someone and they come to you and they're like, nope, well, you know what? Why don't you do the 14-day free trial, and then you can have a 3-month subscription to the workouts I use, right? At least start them with that. If you are a big fan of beach bars, why wouldn't you advertise that sometimes throughout the month? Or if you are a big fan of the 3-day refresh, but you have to make a metric. And I think that's why I do like Success Club though, is because it's a metric. So a challenge pack is Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology HD. If you sell 3 of those, you're roughly making $150, maybe more, depending on the pack, right? So if you're like, okay, I would love, so for example, if you just sold Shakeology, it's $32. How many Shakeology HDs would you want to sell to make a certain amount of money? And I think when you know those metrics, it's helpful. Success Club is not the only thing that has built my business. And I just want you to know that. So I think sometimes we're like, I got stopped at and it's the price objection again. Well, not going to offer anything else. We didn't even think that way, have we? So maybe when someone is saying, oh, I go to the gym already, you know what you need to try out is my favorite stuff in the whole wide world, which is Energize, the pre-workout. What if you went that route? So you're offering someone something always. For example, let's change the way you're doing life. Like, how good is that, right? Like, just a post of that. And are you lacking energy? Do you need a morning pick-me-up? That is my Energize. You guys, I do not work out without Energize. Who is with me in the comments? How many of you do not work out without Energize? Like, that is something that is so pivotal into your daily habits and routine. Look at this. Look at this. So if you offered the 3-month trial, 14-day trial, one, you're not going to get commissions on it until the 15th day when they have the 3-month subscription. But if you do an add-on of Energize, so someone says, hey, I would love to do a subscription to BOD. I don't think that the 3-month subscription to BOD is the only way either. So please hear me. This is just an example. This is not where I'm saying, hey, this is how I want you to go do it. I want you to just get creative. This is just an example. So I'm always offering the challenge pack. I'm going to say that unless I'm specifically talking about a summer membership, a 3-month membership. If I'm specifically talking about that, or because I was all or nothing. Like, these are my 3 options. I'm drinking Shakeology daily. I'm doing BOD every day. I do this. Like, the only way to get in my group is to do what I'm doing. I've taught that. I'm reversing that. That's my bad, because I didn't realize how stuck it was making coaches. So none of those packs speak to you. Hey, you know what? I want you to try. I want you to try this instead then. You're saying money is the issue. do this, then offer it. Does that make sense? I don't offer it in my first 3 things because I really do stand behind my 3 options, my top 3 favorite things of challenge packs. But you can get creative. You can do the 6-month bod with a bag of Shakeology. You could do, like, what is your offer? You could do the 3-month bod with the 3-day refresh. I just want you to start realizing there's other ways to do this, and you can build a very successful business based on doing that. So first and foremost, who started this business with a challenge pack? Can you comment below in the comments? So don't be afraid of the challenge pack. Does that make sense? If that's the way you got started, remember, your story is what sells people. It's not the information based on the actual object. So when you're talking to someone and you're saying, hey, I'm going to show you 3 of my top favorite options I want you to choose from. This is how I got started. This is what I'm doing now. This is what this has done for me, right? How many of you did not get started with the challenge pack? Technically, I did not. Who did not? What did you get started with, if you don't mind putting that in the comments? Did you get started with a 3-month trial of bod? I went all in. Performance line. What? Insanity Max DVDs. bod 1 year. Danielle, that might be your golden ticket, girl. And then you're doing an add-on of a Shakeology sampler, right? Greenberry Shakeology. That is a true story of Eric, and he hated Greenberry. So he signed up as a coach with Greenberry Shakeology. That is so funny. I technically bought Pio before knowing, yep. So I just want you guys to realize that you started in different ways, right? So hear me out on this. Okay. First of all, I don't want to work out without Energize. Like, that's probably going to be my logo every morning, is like, I don't work out without this. Like, if I don't have this, I'm not working out. I give up. Like, it's over. I wonder if we started talking with that kind of conviction, people would be like, I need that. Like, whatever that is. And then it's not weird to offer it. So say you're doing a 3-month trial of bod. This is what I do. 3 months, I think I had like 7 people want to do the summer membership of the 3-month trial of bod. And so what they did is they gave me their email. And then when I put their share cart together, I added in Energize. And then I went back to message them and I said, email sent. By the way, I added my favorite thing, the thing I cannot work out without. Like, this is what, it's like a miracle worker, actually. Like, it makes me function in life. You can take it out if you want to, but I think that this would be a perfect way to have bod and do what I do. And so who has done that already? Like, I know Kim has had success with that, of doing an add-on and then telling them after. And I've had people take it out of the cart. I've had people keep it in the cart. But I'm like, why wouldn't I put it in there and tell them that that's a big recommendation of mine and they can take it out? But if I don't ever put it in there, they're never going to do that. So maybe for you, if you do a 3-month bod, a 6-month bod, you're adding in a box of bars. Hey, by the way, I just needed to give you a resource to my favorite snack, one that's really helped me with my nutrition, whatever, ... You can take it out if you want to, but that's something that I incorporate daily into what I have, right? So that's just an idea that you guys have. I want you guys to remember that conversations are supposed to be fun, not copy and paste. Sometimes it's super easy to copy and paste things, but people relate to how you make them feel. And so conversations should be fun. They should be hearing your energy. You should be excited for them. You should be complimenting them. Conversations should be fun. And if you are dreading your invites, it's because it's probably not fun. And I want you to think about that. Like, instead of, I think a lot of people do this, is they're expecting something. Like, they're expecting to get something in return. And I don't approach my conversations like that. What can I give? How can I make someone feel? If they connect with me, then they're going to start their journey and it's going to be great. It's kind of like people who say they can't find any connection on the team. They're always looking to receive. I'm like, what have you given to the team lately? Like, what have you posted in the team page? When was the last live event you went to? Are you going to Summit? Are you rooming with people you don't know? I did all of that because guess what? None of us knew each other. Some of us maybe knew one person, but we didn't know the team. You have to put effort out there in order to make that connection of the community, right? It's the same thing with your conversations. We are all about team, community, and resources. We have the most incredible tools. And I heard this on a call today. In the word health, it has heal in there. Like Shakeology heals your body, right? Like we're on this journey of healing. Maybe it's healing emotionally, healing our bodies physically. I know that Shakeology has really helped people with their digestion. I know that 2B mindset has really helped people heal emotionally, feeling connected to food. I know that for me, I just even think about like, there's been so much healing from my past on this journey. And so I heard that, and it's a healing journey. Like we're just on this journey to fit. We're living more fit, and we're just on our way. And I loved hearing that. So give the choices. Follow up on that 14 free day trial. And so what I would do is if you are offering this, so this is really for the no's, not yet, it's too expensive. What I would do is as soon as someone signs up with the free trial, again, you're not going to get commission on it unless you do an add-on. You'll get commission after the 5th or after the 14th day. But by the way, a tub of Energize and a 3-month subscription to BOD is more than the 140 challenge pack. Isn't that wild? And a tub of Energize is 30 PV, and then the subscription to BOD 15 PV. That's 45. The 140 challenge pack is 35. So it's just kind of wild to think about that. Like there's other options and math and all these other things if you're needing to make more money. And also help people. We do that no matter what. You guys, our products and things that we have are not expensive. It's amazing. And I want you to feel empowered by building a business by healing other people, giving them options to become more healthy. You are leading and trending in a life that where it's not only are you changing your kitchen, changing how you're, like, I just even think about too, like my doctor yesterday said, what did she say? She said, she said something like, oh, freak of nature. Yeah, she called me a freak of nature. Like she just was like, you're a freak of nature. And she just said, you are so healthy, you are so fit, all of your numbers are so good. She's like, you honestly have no idea how many people I see that aren't even close to that. You're just a freak of nature. And I was like, that is so awesome. Like that's the best compliment ever. And Laura, that's so powerful, right? And I just think about what we get to do in a business is we get to help transform that. Like we get to help be on the preventative side. We get to be on this proactive side of things. We get to help women feel more empowered, men feel stronger, like all these different things. You get to find your voice. It's not even just physicality stuff. Like I just think about how much I share my voice without feeling silenced, that I'm not gonna let anyone silence me. I'm not gonna stand for having 0 paid maternity leave. That was really the options I was looking at 4 years ago, right? If looking back now, if I would have stayed in my job. And so I just think about like what we get to offer people, and it's so, so good. So with the 14-day trial, or if someone's getting 3-day refresh, someone's getting a box of freaking bars, whatever it is that they're getting, the accessory bundle for Morning Meltdown 100, you are treating it like they just got a $500 challenge pack. Like you are going to send them a welcome email. You're going to ask for their measurements. You are going to welcome them to your community with a graphic. You are going to check in with them. You are going to support them. Remember, a leader of a team versus a coach of a challenge group. Our number one goal is tribe and the team for sure, but you also want to be there for people. That doesn't mean bending over backwards and at the risk of you not building your business. But I want you to understand the support of someone who buys a really whatever challenge pack to someone who buys Power Greens. I don't know who would just buy Power Greens, and that's probably not someone that's going to be a part of our tribe. You know what I'm saying? But If they do that, you just help support them and follow up with them and lead with value. And so when someone joins you, what does that value look like? For me, I always offer my phone number. And then today, I was getting 2 texts from amazing women I'm so excited that are partnering with me on this journey. And they sent me their measurements. They were so nervous to do that in a text message. And I'm just like pumping them up. And then I was like, okay, what kind of recipe are we going to make with Shakeology? What are you going to make? And I sent them recipes. One of them was like, I really love peanut butter and banana. I was like, try this recipe. That's how I'm adding value to the people who are joining alongside me. I'm here for you. However, if you guys know me, I don't bend over backwards and answer my messages every 10 seconds. If you text me, what's that funny quote, Kim, where it's like, oh, I got your text. Do you want to hang out last week? Like, sometimes I'm not going to get to it in the next 24 hours and it's going to be fine. And everyone survives. And people are like, Julianne, how do you live? Like my mom's like, what do you mean you turn your phone on airplane mode? Like, are you kidding me? I don't sleep by my phone. It stays downstairs. I am not a slave to my phone. I'm not a slave to social media. So when you support people, it's within the hours of your work day of your business. It is not, you are not a chronic coach. You are not someone who is going to like every ding ping. That's why you won't hear that on my phone. Is when I'm in, I'm going to support you. If you have a question, I'm probably answering it tomorrow. But the cool part is I point people to how to get resourceful. So when someone does ask me a question, I'll say, hey, go post that in Happy&Fit. If you've noticed, there's been some newer coaches posting questions in there. It's because I've been guiding them to do that. Around breastfeeding, about all this stuff. I was like, hey, go ask there. In the meantime, like I can answer it, but I'm also showing people how they can be resourceful. I've probably done that to you. If you've messaged me, I probably have said like, what did you find on YouTube? Oh, you don't know how to expand your network. There's awesome things on YouTube. Like, let me know what you find and share it with the Coach Collab. So I would recommend starting with the challenge pack, but again, you can build a 6-figure business without challenge packs. It's not just Success Club that's going to build your business. Please know that. You can build your business with any way, but just help someone with something. So instead of being like, challenge pack or nothing, I'm getting all the no's because whatever, offer something else then. And let's get creative. What value did you give on your stories today? I loved this question is, would I join me today? Would I want to be coached by me today? How did you add value in your stories? I was thinking about Wyatt's dog bed. I heard this value somewhere in a boxer group that if you put a baby crib sheet on the bed, all you have to do is take this off and wash it instead of taking the whole bed apart to wash it. How good of a value is that to share with dog moms? So just with the dog bed, it's just literally like an infant sheet. He loves it, by the way. He like sleeps way more on it now. That's a way I can add value. The way I was going to add value this morning was my morning routine. I usually work out really early, and it was like 10:30 a.m. today, and I was like, well, that's awesome that the one day I wanted to add value on my morning routine, I'm not even doing what my morning routine is, but that's okay, right? How you make recipes. Other ways to add value is like how, when you're not feeling like it, how do you get it done? A way you can add value is showing inside of BOD. I think that is everything. I showed you guys what Morning Meltdown is going to be like. It's a program designed for busy people. It's 20 to 30 minutes. That's how I'm adding value, by showing and sharing that it's 100 unique workouts. It's 100 opportunities to work on yourself. Beth said she loved that, right? And so I'm adding value to not just saying, hey, let's market Morning Meltdown 100. No. Like, these are the key phrases that are sticking out to me of why I would want to do Morning Meltdown 100. I love the fact that there's a variety of workouts, that it's HIIT, that it's also strength training, that there's recovery, like there's a bunch of other things. I love that there's a live DJ. I'm all about the music during the workouts. I love that it's focused on the morning, but if you can't get it done in the morning, it's okay. I love that, right? In your stories, being real, relatable, and resourceful. and being a resource. So being real, relatable, and a resource. Be real. Like if your house is a little messy, let it be a little messy, right? For me, I have stuff in my teeth sometimes. I have like stuff in my hair. I like hairs going everywhere. Sometimes my armpits aren't all the way shaved, and I don't care. It is what it is. I'll probably make a joke about it, right? I just share it. Like I just am real, and then I'm relatable. And I think that that adds value to people where they're like, she's a real person. Like she's just doing life. Like I can connect with her in that way. And I'm a resource. They know that they can join me because I talk about it. I don't just talk about fitness because I'm not a fitness page. Are you being a fitness page? Are you just being like, got my workout done? Or are you sharing like today? I don't even think like a lot of people even like saw this post because I posted it at a weird time, but I don't base my business on an algorithm. I base my business on how I'm freaking feeling and when I'm going to do it and how I'm going to show up, because I show up every freaking day and I'm not going to play around my business on an algorithm. Some of you might disagree with that, but I don't got time for that. So my grammar is really good too. Oh, I can't get to it. But I talked about all the places I've worked out and with BOD. Do you want to know why I made that post? Is because someone said, hey, I'm actually leaving for Greece for 10 days. I should probably get BOD after. And I go, girl, I freaking love Greece. I totally did my BOD workouts there. Like, right? So then I made a post today and I was like, I've worked out in Airbnbs, hotels, apartments. I've worked out in garages. I've worked outside. I've worked out hungover. I didn't add that one, but I should have. And then I've worked out all over the world. Like I've worked out in Greece, Italy, Turkey. I've worked out in Spain. I've worked out in a backyard. I've worked out with friends. I've worked out in my classroom, right? I've worked out ... I get to work out anywhere. I'm not just a fitness account, but I'm someone who's busy. I'm someone who's traveling. I'm someone who's pregnant. I'm someone who's had loss. I am someone ... right? I'm a human who loves to move her body because it makes me feel better. I'm not just, hey, got my workout done. I'm actually sharing a story. I'm being real and relatable while sharing that. And then I want you to think about too on your stories, and I sometimes forget to do this, is how are your workouts making you feel? So you're not just, I'm so good at recording my workouts and then ditching my stories. But why am I not being like, this is how I feel now? Like, this is what that workout did for me. This is why I love it. Who did you check in with today to stay accountable? Team Happy and Fit? Did you guys see all the transformation photos today? I was just like, this is the coolest thing ever. This is who I surround myself with. Share that. Like, this is who I'm checking in with. All of these people who are getting massive amounts of results. It is so incredibly wonderful. And then make someone feel something. Okay, so offer someone something. Your business can be built into a 6+ figure business, not just in one way. And I am going to be a catalyst for that. I'm going to share and show you like how to do that, right? So I'm going to share these resources. There's different options, but I want you to really think on like, how do you want to get people started with their fitness journey? Is it 3 months of BOD on demand, nutrition, beach bars, right? Maybe it's a nutrition course you're really going to do 2B mindset. You can totally build your business with 2B mindset. You can totally build your business with the 3-day refresh. But the thing is, don't wing it. Be like, okay, because I think, again, Success Club is such a good metric of like SE10, right? I want to help 2 coaches get started right. SE6, whatever. I want to help 2 coaches get started right, at least, minimum. So maybe make a minimum of like, I need to help 5 people with 2B mindset. Make your own tracking system like Success Club with a product. I want to do 3-day refreshes, right? And then maybe they're on they need a payment plan, a starter pack. On a budget, this pack is a great option for you. Purchase Energize now and get 2 weeks of Beachbody on demand for free. That's a really great way to talk to people, right? At the end of the year, at the end of your 14-day trial, you'll be billed $39 for your BOD quarterly membership. By the freaking way. 1 year of bod, you make $38. 4 payment plans of quarterly bod, you make over $60. You actually make more money with this. Now, I want people to get the best option, but there are people who will look at the best options and think it's not, they don't even care. Where I'm like, give me the best deal. So I'm not saying trick people. I'm just saying people would rather pay the $39 every 3 months. Well, if they're going to do that, then okay. Even though I think the better option is the challenge pack. Pay $50 today for Energize and pay $39 in 2 weeks for bod. Or pay $82 today for Energize and Hydrate, pay $39 in 2 weeks for bod. 100% money back guarantee on all items. So that's another one. Another pack you can do, customize your journey, the mindset shifter, 160. This is what it includes. Honestly, you guys, I've been just sharing people with my top 3 offers and keeping it really simple. Like, these are the ways you can join me. This is why I love them. This is what it's done for me. By the way, you need to write this down. The way people are going to join you is based on your experience. So as you're talking to them, you're talking about why you love it, what it's done for you, how you're incorporating it into your life. More than, let me tell you all the ingredients in Shakeology. I would be like, no, thank you. And then here's another one. So you can choose your fitness route. 1 year of bod, 6 months of Beachbody On Demand, 3 months of Beachbody On Demand. How many of you were just offering challenge packs? This is so my bad. This is so my bad. We've got to get better, right? I bet there are people who would rather just do like a 6-month Beachbody On Demand. By the way, we're a subscription-based business now. All of these renewals, I have more renewals with bod than Shakeology. How many is that true for you? Every subscription, like my subscriptions, I have way more customers that have subscriptions to bod than Shakeology. Renewals. So why the heck would I not lead with this? Fitness and nutrition bundle. That's the challenge pack, right? Just nutrition. You can even do like 6 months of Beachbody On Demand, and here's a sampler pack of Shakeology and a sampler pack of the performance line. And do that add-on in there. Or add on here, Monday snack bar, greens. Why? No, I'm just kidding. Pre and post workout drinks, and then jumpstart your results. I'm going to share all of that in the Coach Collab. Laura, go ahead and ask the question.
So basically, I have a lady that I'm talking to. She's pumped about the tribe. She loves it. She knows that, like, this has been the thing that has kept me consistent, and that's the thing that she craves more than anything. Like, she and I vibe because, like, we can lose weight. That's not a problem. It's the consistency. And again, same thing as we're talking today, is that she wants to join the tribe, but she's not necessarily ready for a challenge pack. So how do you feel about people that are willing to join Team Happy and Fit without a challenge pack?
Dude, as long as they're paying the coach fee and they're on something, like, I just think this, I think that sounded really bad. Okay, they're on a nutritional or like healthy product. Reason being, there's a lot of people who are on Team Happy and Fit that are just paying a dang credit card charge. Where I'm like, why are you here? I'm glad this is motivating to you, but like, that's not our only mission. Our mission is to like get fit in every area of life, right? It's like, so I mean, okay, like she becomes a coach, then what? Like bod, great. Be on bod. And if she knows the options to join. And I think too, you guys, adding the value of what you love. I know we're a little bit over. Hold on one second. Clean week, totally. Yep. I know, it's such a better deal with the challenge pack. It's such a better deal. And I just think too, like, how can I massively add value? That's why I talk about Shakeology and Team Happy and Fit. That's why you see me posting all of my workouts on Happy and Fit. There's a reason I'm doing it. I'm trying to show those other coaches that are here just for like, they're like in and then they're out. Then they're not really here. Where I'm like, dude, like, this is awesome. We have to add value to what people are doing. So How many of you feel like you can breathe easier, where you're just like, oh my gosh, this is opening up more possibilities for me. My brain is going. I was really just focusing on, I was getting so defeated with Success Club. Maybe that's how you were feeling, but what if you make your own system? And again, you have to understand that Beachbody Corporate highlights a lot of things with Success Club. The Success Club trips, you know, Success, all these things. But what if you made enough money where you went on your own freaking trip? Right? Like, it doesn't have to be just that way. And so if you're willing to do that, but I don't want you just to sit here and not build your paycheck. I want you, because you're making an impact anyway. You are walking the walk. I've seen your transformations. You are showing up. Why wouldn't you build a business from that? And so I guess it's just deeply in my heart where it's like, don't think it's the all, like, end all whatever. Like, just be like, no, there's other ways to do this. I need to create my own metrics. And so for me, something like this, Success Club is a non-negotiable for me. I'm going to hit it every month. I think I'm just competitive with myself, and I love the challenge pack. I really do. I love the challenge pack. 1. 2, maybe after I hit Success Club 10, Kim Meyer and I were talking about this, then I want to go help like 6 people with BOD. So I'm making my own metrics along with Success Club, but if that's not where you're going, that's fine. We'll get off here in a second. If we don't give people an opportunity to start, they will never have that. Yes, Lauren, that is so freaking good. I really, really love that. I'm copying that. That's so good. I would say performance line, but still add them in and see. Oh, yeah, catching up. So anyway, I hope you all, I'm going to hit end on